1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 and we have received the notification that we are live. Okay, let me crack the music up just a little bit. You are in tune too. Well, hold on. First things first. Where am I? Where am I? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And first things first, let's get to the sound check. Okay. And yes, we are live. Okay, so boom. Let's get over into the chat. Lane Evelyn, I'm here, bro. Going live in 5. I wasn't too far off, more like half an hour. Okay, 5 minutes turned into half an hour. 5 minutes turned into half an hour. It bees like that sometime. Let me see if I can get my, okay, so we're in good shape. What else we got here? Mr. Spooks, cool. It says 11 hours away, 11 hours, that ain't good. Damn. But we have received the notification. So we're in good shape. I'm ready for FaceTime. Damn, stock up in here. Okay. More lighting. Do you need more lighting? Bring this around here a little bit. No, not much of a difference, but it's okay. It's all good. 5 minutes. Okay. Put the 50. Put the 50 in the meter. Whoop, whoop. Okay, we are live and we are back. OMG. By the way, the old backing music was better, more scarish. This is the old backing music. You want to turn it up? You want to crank it up for you? Can you hear those? Can you hear the drums? Can you hear the drums? The drums are there, my friend. The drums are there. Okay. So let us continue with this thing. Why have I gone live again? Well, because I wanted to. Because there's some more stuff. There's some more shizzle to chop up. And some more of the same shizzle to chop up more finely. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get back into it. We got to go in depth. We got to go in deep on a couple of things. Whoops. How rude of me. How remiss of me. Let me drop the link into the chat just in case anybody wants to jump in and chew the fat. But anyway, let's get straight into this thing. Where am I going to start this thing? How am I going to start it? What does the title say? Jarrell Miller denies cheating and the WBC speak out against Glovegate. I think that's where I'm going to... Where do you want to start? Where do you want to start? With Miller or the WBC? I'm going to start with the WBC. Executive decision. OMG. All right. Well, damn. That's another, I don't know. I mean, is it childish? If you're rather peeved that you're missing out on the WBC, you're missing out to the shot at the WBC belt? I don't know. I don't know if it's childish. There's lots of millions There's lots of millions. Those guys aren't just fighting for the green belt, as I'm sure you know, but there's millions attached to that. And so I think that hell yeah, they're gonna want to. Both men want that crown and want the prize. They want the top fights. Is 1,000 days waiting at number one long enough? I think there's an argument for that. But nevertheless, let us get into the thing. How are we going to start this? Well, we're going to start this. As a matter of fact, another executive decision. We're starting it slightly differently to what I said. We best just breeze through this first article pronto. Let me line this baby up. Boom, boom, boom. How's it look on your screen? Michael Hunter. Let's move that along. And let's tidy that up a little bit. Boom, boom, boom. That's good enough. I think that looks right. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, so Michael Hunter targets September fight after parting company with Matchroom Boxing. And we have Lisa Bayliss to thank for bringing my attention to this in the previous show. If you haven't caught the previous show, you can catch the previous show after this show. And that was, what was that? That was Ask Rick 12, Roman numerals 12, and Boxing Talk with Rafi 144. Tomorrow we got Boxing Talk with Rafi 145 with Michael Carbajal. I was trying to think of the Spanish for little hands of stone, manitas de piedra. Damn, I remembered it. Manitas de piedra, the little hands of stone. But anyway, that's for tomorrow. That's 9 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. on the West Coast, and 4 p.m. on the East Coast and 1 p.m. on the West. That's tomorrow. Manitas de piedra, little hands of stone. Michael Carbajal, live right here on Boxing Talk with Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. Okay, so be sure to tune in for that. Okay, so as those who are watching the previous show, Ask Rick will know by now, Michael Hunter has split ways with Matchroom Boxing. Okay, the American heavyweight's contract expired following his draw with Alexander Povetkin in December. Hunt has left Eddie Hearn's promotional company on good terms after not receiving a new deal. Hunter is sitting at number 4 in the IBF rankings, having racked up six wins and a draw since joining the top division after his sole defeat, a points loss to Alexander Usyk at cruiserweight. There we see Michael Hunter with Alexander Povetkin of the Ukraine. They fought to a draw. I'm working on a fight in September, but I've parted ways with the Zone and Matchroom, Hunter told Sky Sports. I'm putting that out there. I'm basically a free agent now, and I'm looking for opportunities. I'm not sure where that's going to lead me. I love Matchroom. I don't have a problem with Matchroom. I like the company, but I think it wasn't feasible for them to continue to allow me to be part of their company, but not fully embracing the company. They had to make a decision where they fully embrace me or let me go. Yeah. Old tune, you gotta love me or leave me alone. So Michael Hunter didn't feel that he was fully embraced. Maybe there was some, I don't know, who's there? I don't know. Maybe he's got some contractual ties with other companies. Okay, so where are we? There's no other way that Michael Hunter will get a title shot unless he's a mandatory spot. I know that for sure. Who's that comment by? Absolutely. Anybody that thinks they can beat me and they're in the top 10. It's definitely on my list right now. Whether they're above me or below me, says Hunter. There's no other way that Michael Hunter will get a title shot unless it's a mandatory spot. I know that for sure. Yeah. Okay. He may very well be right. He may very well be right. Okay. So that's Michael Hunter leaving, parting ways with the zone. Okay. Where Michael? My interview with Michael is tomorrow. 9 p.m. UK time. Okay. Where we at? Let's put the link in the chat. Link is in the chat. Okay. So BFTB talking about Fury. He needs to let it go. Sup? Oh, it's going on. This is a new show. White has a fight, so does Fury. If either man looks past their opponents, they could end up sparked out. Absolutement. Where else? Yeah, they both got fights next. Fury in December. We think it's looking like December. And what about White? Oh yeah, White in August, end of August and December. So if both of them get through, then it could be a clash in the first. Should be a clash betwixt the two in the first half of the next year. Anthony Joshua is not available. He'll be fighting mandatories. When is Joshua? Joshua's next fight isn't even scheduled yet, I don't think. Joshua's not scheduled with Kubrat Pulev yet. I don't think they've set a date for that. But if he gets past Pulev, which hopefully, all being well, he should, then they should line up the Alexander Usyk fight in the first half of 2021. So all the players will be fighting in the first half of 2021. White fighting in August. He'll be ready in the first quarter of 2021. Joshua and Fury fighting at the end of this year. Both, presumably. They'll both be ready for the first half of 2021. Joshua most likely against Alexander Usyk, highly likely, first half of 2021. And that leaves Tyson Fury to take care of his mandatory in the form of Dillian White, first half of 2021. So that means that theoretically we should be able to be looking at undisputed by the second half of 2021. That's my vision for it. Let's see how it plays out. Okay, so where are we? White is saying that his last 10 fights are way better wins than Fury's. Last 10 is the childish part, in my opinion. Neither have had an outstanding last 10, in my opinion. Yeah. I can see where White's coming from. But then on Fury's part, he'll say, well, regardless of what you think of Deontay Wilder, he's still a 5-year champion. So it swings and roundabouts on that one. What's the topic? The topic is on the screen. Boom. And it's also on YouTube, the title. So that should be quite easy to determine. Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow. Okay. What's going on? Yeah. Today. Later on today. Thursday. I think White could beat Wilder. You think White could beat Wilder? Do I think White could beat Wilder? I think that White would beat Wilder. And I also think that Wilder thinks White would beat Wilder, or certainly Wilder's team. And that's why they've kept Wilder away from White. for so long. Okay, so what, December, too late for February deadline. It's too late for the February deadline, but they could push the February deadline back to April, for example. February date, signing date, or is this February signing date? Yeah, that's the February deadline can be pushed back with negotiation. So the February deadline could become a February deadline, or April deadline. Okay, White will destroy Wilder inside 4 rounds. Damn, that's very confident prediction on the part of James Jameson. White would destroy Wilder by KO inside 5 rounds. Damn, strong predictions. But White is so much smaller than Wilder. White isn't smaller than Wilder. He might be shorter than Wilder. He clearly is shorter than Wilder, but he's not smaller. There is a difference, however subtle. There is a difference. Okay. So, yeah. What is this? Yeah. Heavier. And the pressure fighter. 100%. Okay. So, we got through the first topic. We've got through. Yeah. White is shorter than Wilder and Fury, but we've seen shorter fighters do very, very well. We've seen Smoking Burt Cooper do well at heavyweight, well, cruiserweight really, but he did move up to heavyweight, and he did give people trouble. And of course, we've seen Smoking Joe Frazier, WBC world champion. We've seen Mike Tyson, also world champion, unified champ, was a unified champ, I think so. So, and White is taller than all of the aforementioned. So, okay, so we've stopped sharing that, and we move on into the next piece. So let me kill that. Let me get rid of that, and go ahead. And yeah. Now's a good time for this. Now is a good time for this. Okay, let me share my screen with you. Let me share my screen with you. Boom. Okay. How's that looking over there on your end? Oh, yeah, it looks decent. Okay, so where are we? Okay, so the WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman, says Jarrell Miller would not enroll in our testing program. Damn. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you. Let me make this just a tad bigger for you. Okay, that was good. Right. Okay. So WBC president, El Presidente Mauricio Suleiman, says that heavyweight contender Jarrell Big Baby Miller refused to enroll in the WBC clean boxing program, which is the governing body's drug testing protocol. Okay. So Miller was scheduled to fight next week in Las Vegas, but his ring return was canceled after he tested positive for banned performance-enhancing drug, or a banned performance-enhancing drug, a PED. He's expected to receive a lengthy suspension from the Nevada State Athletic Commission. His latest infraction marks the 3rd time in Miller's career that he's tested positive for a performance-enhancing drug. Damn. So that's 2 in boxing, and they're saying 1 in kickboxing. But I thought it was 2. I thought he got popped more than once in kickboxing, but they're saying 3. Maybe they're right. Maybe they're right. Okay. So He tested positive for the banned substance in the aftermath of a kickboxing fight in 2014 and was banned from fighting for 9 months. Then last year, he tested positive for 3 illegal performance enhancers and was removed from a scheduled June fight with unified heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua. Suleiman explained that Miller has been excluded from the WBC's rankings for the last 3 years for his refusal to enter the clean boxing program. Miller specifically was expelled from the WBC because he failed to enroll in the clean boxing program, said Suleiman. Not once, but twice. Not once, but twice. Suleiman told Sky Sports. What can I say? What I can say is that he's been out of the WBC picture for 3 years because we did not consider him to be eligible for rankings because he did not enroll in the clean boxing program. When he was first ranked, we sent them the documents. He had 3 months to fill 3 pieces of paper. That's one page a month, or 1 piece a month, and he failed to do so. Then somehow they claimed that they didn't have the papers, so he rang him again and sent them the papers, and he didn't submit them for the second time. So he has been expelled from the WBC for the last 3 years. Damn, that ain't good. That ain't good at all. Okay, so let's go into the chat, see what people are saying in the chat. Where are we? There's still a huge risk of Wilder catching White coming in. Yeah, there's always that risk. He does have a right hand. But if you jink, and Wilder is all at sea. You know what I'm saying? Just a little jink, just a little feint. If you can fight against Wilder and while you're pressing, while you walk going forward, you feint against Wilder when you're going forward, and Wilder doesn't know what day it is. And we know why it's a pressure fighter. And you know he's a pressure fighter. And in comes the man from the Southern Hemisphere, man like Big Boys Boxing. Big Boys Boxing, how do you do?
I'm good, Ref. And you?
Yeah, I'm great, mate. I'm great. I feel good. I feel invigorated because, you know, when I talk to Rick and we just get into those, it kind of gets me going, even though it's late over here in the UK. Kind of, you know, it's nice boxing talk. It's nice talking boxing with Rick Glazer.
Indeed.
So
it's always a good show.
Always a good show. So that's got me pumped up. I felt a little bit miffed prior to the show because, you know, arranging guests and what have you. One guest dropped something in my lap at the last minute when it could have been dropped in my lap a lot earlier. Do you see what I'm saying? So, you know, there's that little pressure, but it's okay. It's okay. Pressure makes diamonds, or so they tell me. So what are we doing here then? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to share something, aren't I? Trying to share. Oh yeah, your thoughts, Big Boys Boxing, your thoughts on the Jarrell Miller saga, and in particular, I think we touch in 2 aspects of the saga. So this particular part of the saga, I think it's where are we going? No. This is the saga. It's the whole saga. It's the Jarrell Miller saga. What are your thoughts? And observations?
Well, for starters, he's got to be the thickest current boxer on the planet at present. But the more and more he gets popped with stuff, the more people's speculations about him being on something for his whole career as a professional boxer is getting more and more likely that he has been, particularly with that WBC clean boxing program, and him seem to have avoided drug testing at all possible point in his boxing career. So he's a cheat, and it's gonna stick. In boxing, you've either got to do something really great or really stupid, and I think Jarrell Miller's done something greatly stupid, so his name will live forever as a dumbass.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know. I mean, it can't be. I dread to think how I would feel if I blew £9 million last year, and then I've blown a golden opportunity this year, a year later. I can't imagine. I know he's got some money. To tide him over from his new deal with Jay Prince. So he's got a little bit of money to tide him over. But Jay Prince is going to need his money back. You know what I'm saying? If Miller's not fighting for 2 years, 2.5 years, according to Rick Laser, he reckons it's going to be 2.5 years. Then, Jay Prince is going to want his money back. I'll pay you in 2 years. I'll pay you in 2.5 years. Jay Prince has already come out, and Jay Prince, of course, he manages quite a few fighters. He's more commonly known in rap circles. He's got he's discovered various artists, or he's got them under his promotional umbrella. So he's a big player in the music, but he's also a very big player in the boxing, and has been for a while. I mean, he was one of the promoters or managers, whatever, co-promoters of Andre Ward, and that's going back quite a few years. And now he's got people like Shakur Stevenson on his book, and quite a few others apparently. And you don't get successful by charitable deeds for the guys that you're promoting. I don't think so. So there's some outstanding money there, which might cushion the blow for Miller. But then he's gonna have some letters coming through his door. Give me my money back. So it's not a comfortable position for Miller at all. And he's clearly done it to himself once again. What do you think is the underlying motivation of this perpetual chemical abuse?
I think it's addiction, and maybe the company he keeps in the gyms and whatnot. But as for Jay Prince taking him on, I think he took a bit of a silly risk taking him on with the evidence. Having 3 different PEDs in your system when he got popped last time, and having been caught as a kickboxer as well, there was always going to be an element of risk for him taking on Miller, and it turns out he's getting stung now. So, like Rick was saying, even if the governing bodies do give him 2.5 years because he's got a license now, they can actually ban him. If he gets blackballed and can't get fights, then Jay Prince ain't going to get his money back, is he?
Yeah. So it's an uncomfortable situation over there in Brooklyn, New York, in the household of the Miller household. It's an uncomfortable situation over there. Very uncomfortable. I cannot imagine just counting up all the money he has blown, all the money he could have had that never touched his bank account. But the thing is this, and we talk about addiction, but I think it's dependence. I think there's a difference between addiction and dependence. I think that Miller is dependent, mentally dependent on the PEDs. This time around, there was only one substance in his system, and that was the GW1516 for endurance. And another aspect of all this thing is, do you think this is a residue from previous use? Although according to the mathematics and the chemists, they say that, well, that shizzle should be out of your system, 40 days? Or something like that.
40 days. So there's no chance of it being from 14 months ago.
Right.
So Yeah, he's been doing something he shouldn't have been, or there's a possibility someone in his team gave him something that had something in it, but I wouldn't believe that. I think that's a bit far fetched because, like we've keep banging on about, he's been caught before a couple of other times. So, a zebra can't change its stripes by the looks of it. And I thought at the same time he was supposed to be fighting Jerry Forrest. It's not a high level fight, so I don't think he would have needed this anyway. But yeah, there's got to be an element of dependence or addiction, or it's just the way he's always trained and lived, and he felt he had to keep doing it. But surprisingly, we haven't heard anything come out of him. He's not trying to deny it or apologize or anything this time so far. I guess we've got to wait for the official suspension and all that sort of thing from the governing bodies, and we'll see what happens.
Yes. It's kind of crazy. Did you hear his speech, his poem, whatever it was, regarding the PED fail? Did you hear that?
The most recent one, is there one out?
Yeah, there's one out. Yeah. His response. It's very interesting listening. He's speaking very much like a politician. He's saying he didn't take anything, or if he did take anything, he didn't take it knowingly. We're looking. He says his legal people are looking at, or he's paid out of his own pocket money to try and find out how the contamination occurred. So it seems like he's saying that he didn't take it, and if he did take it, it wasn't knowingly.
It was McDonald's. They're putting it in their cheeseburgers.
Must have had somebody kind of sprinkle his cheeseburger. He was very, the way he spoke, he gave himself a lot of room. I didn't knowingly take anything. We're talking with the people, we're working closely with Vada. I've been speaking to, but the interviewer, although the interview was very good, and he tried to press him, Miller would never say, I knowingly took what is alleged to have been took. He never actually said that. He was skirting around it, saying, I never knowingly did it, but if I did do it, it was a masterful performance in evasion. Very difficult to pin the guy. Very difficult to pin him. It
sounds a little bit like when he got popped against Anthony Joshua just for the first PED. He come out with a whole lot of stuff that he wouldn't take anything and all that sort of thing, and then he got popped for 2 more, and the story changed. So let's see.
Yeah, the story changed, and he seemingly admitted responsibility. But then you listen to him some more. He said, well, he took an injection. He had an injection. It was supposed to heal his elbow, and he didn't realize what was in it. But you wouldn't take GW 15-16 to heal your elbow. Or maybe he was referring to EPO, but you wouldn't take EPO to heal your elbow. Or maybe he was referring to the human growth hormone. But then that's on the banned list.
Yeah. If he took it for an injury, he should have been applying for a therapeutic use exemption.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Which he did not. So any which way you cut it, but he was slick. He was slick to an extent, in so much as talking a lot without saying much. So I guess that's slick to an extent, but it does nothing to persuade the general public that you're innocent. All it persuades the general public of is that you're slick, and evasive, which means that you're probably guilty.
Yeah.
So it doesn't help his cause none at all by being so slick. Big Boys Boxing, don't help him.
No, don't help him. He deserves everything he gets. I'm pretty much washing my hands of him. Pretty much this will be the sort of last subject I talk about him. You know, I thought he copped a 6-month ban for the first one. He'd been out of the ring for 18 months, and I figured, okay, yeah, well, maybe he's learned his lesson after being out of the ring that long. But no. And with that, I'm just gonna have to leave for like 2 minutes. I've got a diaper to change. I'll be back.
Yeah, no problem at all. Miller for the UFC. Yeah, I've done a video. Is Miller headed to the UFC? There's a 265-pound weight limit, upper weight limit. So Miller is like what? He's like what? 35 pounds off that. You'd have to cut out a couple of cheeseburgers per week to drop that 35 pounds. Or would the UFC initiate a new division? The behemoth division. They can fight for the behemoth belt. I don't know. Okay. It's going to be a hard next 2 years for Miller. Semi-famous boxers rich enough to survive 2 to 3 years without income. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. No question about it. Miller does what he does because the guy has no moral fiber. Well, he's got a lot of food fiber in him. One would imagine. He's got a lot of food fiber in him. One would imagine, or perhaps not. Miller's mom is kicking him all around the streets. Now, his mom, his wife. Here he's got a son. It's a rough situation. I just love how much passion you guys have for boxing. Thanks. You're most welcome. Heinrich. Smash all the good buttons. You got the like button. You got the subscribe button, which I hope you've already smashed. You got the like, subscribe, and the super chat button is there for your use anytime you see fit. So there's lots of ways to support the show. Where we at? Mexican beef, cheeseburgers. Well, the Mexican beef is the the Clenello burger. I've grown up with BS. I can smell it a mile off. Yes. Everything but the WD-40. So James Jameson must have been watching me for a long time because I came up with the WD-40 joke, or maybe somebody else saw the joke, copied the joke, and maybe heard it from them. I don't know. Actually, WD-40. Actually, was I on somebody else's channel when that happened? Or was my channel already started? No, it was already. Yeah, it was this channel. Definitely this channel. What about the massive wrestler? You talking about Brock Lesnar? Nah, he makes the weight. He makes the weight to 265 pounds. You reap what you sow. Indeed. True words. And as we move on, let's stop sharing that. And let me look for the next story. So what we've done Michael Hunter. We've done, okay, we haven't done that. What's this? That's Michael Hunter. That's Big Baby Miller. And, okay, now we come to this. Okay, let me share. Let me line this up first of all. Okay, it's good size. And let me share with you. Oh, yeah. Boom. Should be seeing it right now. Should be seeing it right about now. Okay. And so, boom. All right. Where we at? Is this it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So the WBC El Presidente back fury with regarding the loaded glove allegations. And Mauricio Suleiman describes the allegations as ridiculous, sad, and highly irresponsible. Okay, so let's get into this one. So, the WBC, El Presidente Mauricio Suleiman is standing behind the WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury by rejecting the recent claims that Fury loaded his gloves for the February rematch with Deontay Wilder. Okay, so as we know, Fury dropped Wilder twice before stopping him in the 7th round at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. In a recent social media post, Marcellus Wilder, the younger brother of Deontay Wilder, made a sensational claim that Fury may have loaded his gloves for the rematch with Deontay Wilder. I think everybody's seen that message by now. I think you've all seen that message by now. Certainly I've showed it on here at least once. One of the lives. Did I do a video on it? Maybe. Can't remember. Okay. Check the library. It's crazy when you are a great. I'm not going to read that again. I'm not going to read that crazy shiznix again. It's almost impossible to read. It's almost illegible. But basically, the younger brother, the younger Wilder, Marcellus, was saying that basically, I'll paraphrase. It's crazy when you're great. They try to do everything underhandedly to figure out how to stop you. And the most wicked shizzle, the wickedest shizzle thing about it is that there's people on your own team. There are people on your own team that will do anything for money to help the ops, to take you down. It was discovered by doctors that my brother has a dent at the side of his head due to a blunt object striking his head in the last fight. No glove or fist was able to cause the damage according to the autopsy. My daddy once told me, if you pull a gun out on anybody, you better kill them, because if you don't, they're going to come back and kill you. Now I think about it, I don't know what the hell that's got to do with the story. But anyway, that's what he said. That's what Marcellus Wilder said. The king is about to rise again. We are coming for blood. Damn. Remember in the first fight when he was talking about the cut? I remember a lot of people talking about Fury can't come back so soon because he just got cut by Otto Wallin. So Wilder's going to open up the cut again. That was not to be. That proved to be inaccurate. Wilder didn't come close to getting no cut on the Gypsy King. So once he became aware of the allegations, Fury fired back. This is just a quick video to address the foul play talk from Deontay Wilder and his team. I've just read an article saying I might have had some blunt objects in my gloves. Yeah, 2 big 19 stone 7 pounds, 275-pound destroyers in each glove. I repeat, 2 big 19 stone 7 pound, 275-pound destroyers in each glove, Fury said. Getting punched on the temple will do that to you. But not unless Deontay Wilder's own trainer, JD's, is in on the conspiracy theory as well, along with all the Las Vegas commission guys who never left the room. Wilder's head trainer, Jay Diaz, was in the room when I had my hand dropped. He examined them. He was there when I had my gloves put on, and he examined them too. Everybody else in the room too. They didn't leave. We know this. Everybody citing foul play, bullish. It's bullish. And next time, I'll put a dent in his boxing career and end it, because it will be 2 knockout losses in a row and bye-bye forever. OMG. Those are recorded words of Tyson Fury. And what's going on here? What's going on? Suleiman explained that he was personally in the dressing room for both fighters and saw no evidence of glove tampering or other illegal acts. Suleiman said, it is ridiculous. It's difficult to understand. I was present in both fights. I was in the dressing room in both fights, both Wilder and Fury dressing room. One was in California and the other in Nevada. In both cases, there were at least 3 inspectors in each dressing room. I was there before, and I was there after the fights. I saw the hand wraps. I saw them with the gloves. I was in the ring when they came into the ring. I was sitting right there during the fight, and at no moment in either fight did I see anything that would look suspicious whatsoever. After the fight, they take off the gloves and they are handed to the commissioners. It's very sad, because to try and take away something from a huge victory, one of the greatest nights of the sport in this century, to try and put a blemish on that event is so irresponsible. It's so stupid. It should not have been given any consideration. And those were the words of Mauricio Suleiman. Where we at? There's the headline. WBC press backs Fury. Loaded glove allegations are ridiculous, sad, and irresponsible. Okay, getting back over into the chat. Where we at? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this here.
What crack pottery? I like that comment.
I haven't even seen that one yet. I haven't come to that one yet. I've grown up with WD-40. There are we. You reap what you sow. Indeed. So costume, drugged gloves, gloves down, the glove, horseshoe in the glove. What a bunch of clowns, says James Jameson. So the costume's too heavy, drugs hand down 180, one down the glove, 180 degree hand, spy cam, infiltrators, spies in the camp, clowns in the camp. Yeah, most unfortunate, loaded gloves. What crack pottery. Jarrell steroidal Miller. So Mauricio Suleiman, he ain't buying it. Mauricio Suleiman ain't buying it, Big Boys Boxing. He's not having it. He's not having any of it.
Good on him.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't heard anything about any kind of cheating or something not right from any one official. It's all come from Wilder's cronies, families, and fanboys. Nowhere else.
Yeah.
So it's fully unsubstantiated until there's something official from anywhere. And like Mauricio said, and it's not often I agree with Mauricio, it's absolutely sad. It's sad.
Yeah, it is. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate that what the hell is this here? I better stop that. I don't want YouTube coming after me. But you know what the hell? You know, I do. Oh, he's having his hands wrapped there. And there's JD's in the corner. Have we got audio? Got some audio on there. Let's kill the audio. I don't want any aggro from the YouTubes. You know what I mean? They get a bit crazy. So yeah, he's not having it in the corner there. You can see JD's in the corner of your screen sitting down watching, and this is by pure coincidence. It's not brilliance on my part, folks. I just looked for a picture, pulled it up, and this happened to be in the corner. What do they call that? Serendipity. I think they call it serendipity. I'm not sure. I wouldn't put my life on it. But anyway, it's a happy coincidence. JD's is sitting there. Looks like he's having a premonition. Looks like he's having a premonition of things to come. It looks like he's about to have palpitations, nervous smile. But I can't help but feeling that JD's had a premonition of things to come in that second fight there. It doesn't look comfortable whatsoever. Yeah, and there we see the fallen Deontay Wilder. I must say, it's been rare that I've watched the fight back so many times. Tyson Fury has been known, certainly known by me, to be one hell of a boring fighter. Not the type of guy that I put on for entertainment in a fight. But I must say that he took advantage of his opportunity. Deontay Wilder picked him, in my opinion, because he considered him to be old pillow fists. But old pillow fists came back to bite him, and old pillow fists came back and TKO'd Deontay Wilder in the second round. So maybe not so pillow fisted as Wilder anticipated.
I think big credit has to be given to Sugar Hill and the Kronk Gym for the short amount of time that they had to work with Tyson Fury and the results they got that quickly. Imagine what he's going to be like next time around. That's some scary-ish.
Yeah, indeed. Some credit must be given to Sugar Hill. Out there, carrying the Kronk name on from his uncle, Emmanuel Stewart. I better kill that anyway. I better kill that. Put that damn thing on pause. Put that damn thing on pause. We don't want no problems. We don't want no trouble with the YouTubes. Yeah, some credit must be given to Sugar Hill for sure. Sugar Hill, the nephew of the late and great Emmanuel Stewart. So how do I summarize this? Yeah, nobody's buying it. The WBC aren't buying it. So all the people crowing, oh, look at his left glove. For months it was look at his left glove. Now all of a sudden it's look at his right glove. Now all of a sudden he's buying his wraps from what's his name? From I got it written down, Jorge Capitello.
That's Capetillo, yeah.
Jorge Capitello. Now he's buying his wraps from him, and apparently his wraps turned to cement. Now it's the right glove. For months it was the left glove. Now it's the right glove. It's a load of caca. And now perhaps now that we've got the official word from the El Presidente Mauricio Soliman, perhaps now they'll see that the constant stream of excuses are falling on deaf ears, not doing themselves any favor. In fairness to Wilder himself, Deontay Wilder, he hasn't said anything supporting that stuff. JD's hasn't said anything supporting these wild Glovegate theories, and for sure we haven't even seen or heard of Mark Breland since he got since he allegedly got banished from going into the changing room and was left outside in the hallway in a state of distress. He was ostracized by the team for saving Deontay Wilder's, potentially saving his career, Big Boys Boxing.
Definitely. I don't know. I think we might see JD's not in the next camp, maybe. From what I'm hearing, there seems to be a lot of blame being put on him from everybody in Wilder's team, but you never hear anything from Wilder's mouth at the moment. I think that's a good move. I've always thought that JD's was a yes man, and not having a yes man in the team will certainly help him do better next time around. Even if he loses again to Fury, but doesn't get knocked out and performs better, he's still got a career to work with. But if he gets brutally stopped again in an uncompetitive fight, it's goodbye, Wilder. As far as I'm concerned.
Yes. You heard it here. Where are we? Go Fury, Gadget Arms. Much appreciated. It's always appreciated when you guys come in here and smash the like button. Well, just come to listen, come to participate. And it's always good when you smash the like button. It's always good when you smash the subscribe button. And it's very, very nice for us uploaders when you hit a super chat. It don't have to be no big thing. But even a minimal donation, even $1, even €1, even a yen is always appreciated. Big Boys Boxing, we appreciate it.
Definitely, man.
Definitely. We appreciate the appreciation. And I don't think there's anything left to say. We've chopped up, what have we done? We've chopped up the Michaels Hunter situation. We've chopped up the Jarrell Big Belly Pharmaceutical Miller. And we have also chopped up what Mauricio Suleiman's position on the crazy Glovegate manufactured Glovegate scandal. Yeah, so I think that brings us neatly and nicely to the end of the second show of the evening from over here in the UK. So I think we've done that nicely and neatly. Big Boys Boxing, have your final words. May we have your final words, Big Boys Boxing?
Indeed. Thank you very much for having me. It's always a pleasure jumping on Rafi's channel. Thank you for everybody for dropping in to view, and make sure you hit that like. I see there was a few people didn't, but it looks like it's back up to 14 and 14 now, which is good.
Okay, that's good. We're 17 now, so let's get it up to 17. Come on, guys, don't leave the job half done. Big Boys Boxing has got his own channel over there, doing good things over there. So absolutely go check him out. Big Boys Boxing, much appreciated.
All right, brother, you take it easy. Catch you next time.
Take care of yourself. That was a Big Boys Boxing. Much appreciation for jumping on. Much appreciation for jumping on. What's this? One good thing I can say about Wilder, though, is that he could be focused on the rubber match. Not talking crap and actually working on some skills is a possibility. Yes, I agree with that. The ridiculousness of those crazy boys over there knows no bounds. And yes, we've got nice and neatly to the end of another show. Okay, so what we saying now? At 34, it is too late. It's just too late. It's too late. Yeah, it could very well be too late. So what we doing? We chopped it all up. We chopped it all up. Second show of the evening, and yeah, what is there left to say? Other than thank you everyone for coming, for your attendance. 2 time. Thank you to everyone for smashing that like button, for smashing that subscribe button. T. White. I guess post-examination was inadvertently implied his brother died. Yeah. I put that in the title the other day, and it got me in trouble with the YouTube, the higher ups. So, you got to be very, very careful what you write in this shiznix, even though it's just a quote. To try to punish the Rafi. So the Rafi's going to have to be super, super vigilant before they try to punish me some more. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's been another one. It's been a good one. Much appreciation to everybody who smashed the like button, everybody who smashed the subscribe button, and absolutely everybody who smashed that super chat button. Every donation is welcome and goes back into the channel. So much appreciation for that. So the only thing left for me to say is it's the Raphael Dawkins, it's the Combat Radio, it's the like, it's the subscribe, it's the comments, it's the shares, and it is the hitting that bell icon to stay updated with news and notifications. And everybody, to everybody, everywhere, all the listeners, all I can say to you is blessed.